Hello, 7th grade. Today we are looking at how to find the area of a circle, which is lesson 40 in your books. So I know yesterday we talked a little bit about finding the perimeter of the circle, and today we are just expanding that knowledge, looking at how to find the area. So I want to start off by just reviewing a few vocab terms that we learned. First one, of course, being the radius. The radius is going to be a line going from the center of our circle here to the edge of our circle there. Another term that would be very important for us to remember would be the diameter, which would be a line that cuts our circle in half. A line that cuts our circle in half and goes through the center. So it has to go through the center for it to be a diameter. And then I also have a couple new words I would like you guys to know. And the first one of those is going to be a sector. And a sector of a circle is part of the inside. So it's like if we take a pie slice out of this circle, the area of this section right here would be known as a sector. So a sector would be a section of a circle. And then after that, the other word I want us to know would be arc. And an arc is going to be a portion of our circumference. So if we look up at the arc I just drew up here, that goes part way around the circumference, and that's what makes it an arc. It just curves around the outside of the circle. Awesome, so now we can start looking at how to find the area of our circle. So let me draw another circle here. And to find the area, what we need to know is the radius. And one more time, the radius is from the center going outwards. There we go, radius. And from the center going outwards is how we find our radius. And the area of a circle is going to be pi, which we talked about last time, times the radius squared, also known as pi times our radius times our radius. So that's going to be our area. It's pi times the radius times the radius. So just to give us a quick one to look at real quick, a quick example problem. If I have a circle that has a radius of 5 meters, then my area would equal pi times 5 meters times 5 meters, which is going to end up giving me 25 pi meters squared. And we can just leave it as pi there. If we'd like to, we could plug in the 3.14, but that would require a calculator, so if you guys want to leave things with pi, I'm okay with that. Another thing we can look at is if we're trying to find the area of just a portion of a circle. So if I've got a circle here, and I want to figure out what the area is just of this quarter of it. So we're going to say this is the middle. I want to find the area of this quarter of it, and it has a radius of, let's go with 8 meters. It's a big circle. All right. So if I'm trying to find the area of just a quarter of it, the first thing I'm going to do is find the area of the whole circle. And the area of the circle, of course, is going to be found with the formula pi r squared. My radius here, my r, is going to be 8, so I end up getting pi times 8 squared, and 8 squared is 64, so I have 64 pi meters squared area. What I need to do after that is to find what portion of the circle this part is. And there's several ways to do that. Maybe the easiest way is to look at this intuitively and to say, well, this section right here is 1/4 of the circle. And if I have 1/4 of this area, I would do 64 pi divided by 4 meters squared. So that means I'm just taking 1/4 of the area of the whole circle. I have the whole circle here, and I just need this quarter of it. So I would divide it by 4. That would be my new area, which is 16 pi meters squared area. But sometimes we won't be lucky enough to have just this section right here where it's obviously 1/4. Sometimes we'll have something different, so I'm going to show you guys one of those. where if I have a circle and I'm trying to find the area of this part here, which is 30 degrees, and I have a 5-meter radius again. So we already found that the area of a circle with a 5-meter radius is going to be 25 meters squared. It would be 25 meters squared, or 25 pi meters squared, sorry. Make sure I include the pi in there. 5 squared is 25 multiplied by pi. So our area is pi r squared. R is 5. 5 squared is 25, so our area is 25 pi. And then the next issue would be figuring out what portion of the whole circle, so what portion of this whole circle is this section right here. And to do that, I'm going to use a ratio. So I have 30 degrees, and the full circle going all the way around would be 360 degrees. So 30 degrees divided by 360 degrees would be the same thing as saying 1 over 12. So I'm looking for 1/12 the area of my entire circle. I know the area of my entire circle is 25 pi meters squared. So if I want to find 1/12 of that, we're going to remember that of means multiply. Of means multiply, so we're going to have 1/12 of times 25 pi meters squared. So 1/12 times 25 pi meters squared would be 25 over 12 pi meters squared, and that does not simplify. Does not simplify, so there's nothing else we can do with it. We're just going to leave it here, and that would be the answer of the area of our sector. Alright, so what I would like you guys to do for a practice problem to bring into class is I have a semicircle here, with a radius of 15 meters. There we go. A radius of 15 meters on this semicircle. I'd like you guys to find the area of this semicircle for me. Find the area of this semicircle. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you in class.